Okay, so here's the video on what to actually do when you need to plug in this compressor, with this gun, with everything, okay? So you're gonna have a lot of other stuff in your kit, but this is the actual important airbrush stuff. I'm just screwing some with my fingers because it's feeling a little loose. The first thing you need to do is make sure your compressor is off, which is the 0. There's a 0 or a 1. 0 is off, just like computers. And you're gonna take it in and you're gonna plug it into any generator or wall plug that has 3 prongs. So I'm just gonna shove that in there. Easy. Before you turn the compressor on, what you're next gonna do is you're gonna take your hose. Your hose has 2 ends. There's a little end and there's a big end. You're gonna take your big end first. I mean, it doesn't really matter the order, but. And I'm gonna screw my big end into here. Now I only have 2 hands when I gotta hold 3 things. So I'm gonna screw this part into here. This big bolt part. The second part, which is this littler part, I'm going to plug into my airbrush, the bottom part. So I'm just gonna take this and this little metal thing, screw that in my fingers so it kind of eats up the thing at the end. Cool. And that is how I plug in my airbrush, my airbrush gun to the hose to the compressor to the wall. Then I just turn on one, and it's gonna make a noise like it's filling up. That's because how an airbrush works is it's all pressurized, so it sucks up air from the rest of the room through, I assume here, but I have honestly no idea. And this whole thing is pressurized, right? It's a pressurized tank. Then you take your airbrush, and whenever I press down, it's gonna let out some air through the hose, and it basically relieves pressure. It doesn't actually push anything. It's just so pressurized in here that I'm just allowing it to leave very quickly. So let's say I'm, pulling down the back, spraying a bunch of tattoos. The airbrush generator is gonna kick in again. All this is doing right now is it's filling itself up while I'm in between tattoos so that it's nice and pressurized when I go to do a tattoo. If you hear the airbrush humming the whole time you're tattooing, you're gonna have a problem. So call me and I'll explain to you how to relieve that. It means there's breaking the hose or breaking the generator or something. Just call me when you're at gig. And then, you can rest your airbrush there when you're done. But yeah, that's how you plug in your airbrush to the compressor and the wall.